Hey, it would be interesting to say that that was the worst news on the horizon for this past week, but there is something else that is incredibly serious, and some will even say this is the worst news, even worse than the election of a socialist party in control in Victoria. And I'm talking about the Northern Territory and a bill that passed last week. You're across some details here about what this does to affect Christian schooling in the Northern Territory, Martyn. It's not good news.
It's not good news. There's a slight silver lining, though. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was part of the rally on the forecourt of Parliament House in Darwin, and all of those who got in touch with their MPs in the Northern Territory, there were many, to express their concern about the bill that the Northern Territory government has now passed, but was proposing a week ago, but has now passed, which takes away the rights of Christian schools to prefer Christian staff and undermines, therefore, their ability to maintain a Christian ethos in a very serious way. But also a bill that passes these laws that says that if anybody of particular identity groups feels offended, then they can take people like me and pastors and people they disagree with through anti-discrimination tribunals and sue them. That bill, unfortunately, containing those provisions, those laws, has now passed despite the public opposition. I want to say thank you to those who are part of the opposition, but also just to note this in terms of silver lining. As a result of that activism and all that activity, the Northern Territory opposition leader for the Country Liberal Party, Leah Finocchiaro, she's the opposition leader of the Country Liberal Party up there in the Northern Territory, the alternative government. She has come out and very clearly said that when the Liberals are back in government in the Northern Territory, they will repeal that bill. So that's actually pretty good. If we'd done nothing, we wouldn't have got that promise. And so what we're going to do now is spend the next couple of years campaigning on the ground to inform Territorians of what the Labor government has done there in relation to Christian schools and freedom of speech, and also to make sure that we really lock in that promise from the opposition. And if the government changes at the next election, which is a real possibility, not like Victoria, but it is a real possibility in the Northern Territory, we may actually see that bill repealed. So, like I say, bad news, but a pretty strong and very real silver lining in that case.
Well, lobbying all the more important in the Northern Territory.